Now you ready?
You're doing it.
We're smiling.
That was pro. That was very impressive.
Oh my God! It's Grace! Grace Helbig's with us today, and we are so excited! Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really excited for you to be here.
Me too.
And I'm sure they're excited for you to be here.
I hope so. I hope this isn't the worst video that you've ever seen in your whole damn life.
I doubt it. So how are you?
I'm well. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm good. I'm better now that I've seen the new jewelry.
Hey.
I'm very excited for you. It looks
Thanks.
great. You guys should get it.
Well, we hope.
We hope.
What's your favorite item that you've purchased in the past 5 years?
I have, when I first moved out here, I went to the Rose Bowl flea market, and one of the first things I bought was this paper mache giraffe head. And I was like, excuse me, sir, how much for the giraffe head that's randomly here? And he was like, 75 bucks. And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to haggle. I'll give you $50. And he was like,
Nice.
take it. And then found out later there was like a signature of the artist on it, and then it's really like a $3,000 thing.
What?
Yeah, it's insane. And so now it's traveled with me everywhere I've lived in LA.
Nice.
And I love it. Yeah. And so it felt like the most adult child purchase that I could possibly do. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's Friday night. You have no plans. What do you do?
I'm obsessed with like cheesy, terrible reality shows, like The Real Housewives of Everywhere. I love.
Yes.
And yeah, so I love just kind of like making myself a drink, making myself dinner, and hanging in and knowing that I don't have any responsibilities. That's like my ideal night.
What advice would you have for aspiring women artists, creatives, people that maybe want to do something like you?
Always make sure what you're doing is fun for you first. It sounds like a really selfish kind of principle, but I think it's really important because I know for myself when I check in on my fun levels, if they're not at a certain level, I don't, it shows.
Absolutely.
So I think that's really important. I also think just doing it is really important. It's very rare that when you start something creative or otherwise that you're going to be the best at it immediately. So you need to just start doing it so that you can get better at it eventually.
Yes. The 5-year-old you, did you have a career plan? Were you like, I'm going to do this?
What did when I was younger, I wanted to, for some reason, I really wanted to be in the Swim with the Dolphins program. And I was like, you can do that for a job? I want to do that. And then I think I saw a dolphin in real life for the first time. I was like, this is a huge, terrifying animal. And they like, don't they aggressively like sexually attack each other too? Or something?
Do they?
Google it.
Okay.
That dolphins, I guess, are supposed to be very like sexually aggressive.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the one thing that the Lisa Frank holders don't show you.
That's intense.
I know, it is. But then I wanted to be a professional gymnast at one point. Then I wanted to be a veterinarian, which is good I didn't go into that field because as an adult, I'm finding more and more that I'm very afraid of animals, like a variety of animals, not dogs. Dogs are great. So it's good that I'm not a veterinarian because I would be the worst veterinarian in the world.
If you could give the 15-year-old you some advice,
yes,
what would it be?
I think I would say just go for it. A real important part of my life was starting to do improv comedy in New York because of the whole basis, yes, and just saying yes to opportunities and people and things was a huge, important kind of life-changing concept for me.
Sure.
And there's a huge philosophy in that says follow your fear. If you're afraid of something, it obviously means that you have some sort of care or concern about it, so it's worth kind of investigating and following that. So I would definitely tell my teenage self, follow your fear.
Females in your life. Is there any female in your life that you really feel has been a huge influence on who you are today?
I was thinking about this question, and I think my mom's been this like counter influence in my life. My mom is a very scared human being of the world. I grew up with the idea that I wanted to do everything my mom never did, and I wanted to move out of my small town, and I wanted to go after things that I was passionate about. And so thank you, Mom, for being afraid of everything and providing me with some indirect inspiration.
That's great.
Yeah, and I think currently my biggest factors in my life are the girlfriends that I surround myself with. Hannah Hart and Mamie Hart, who are two of my closest friends that also do YouTube videos, have been like a huge inspiration for me constantly, like in work ethic, in fun ethic, and yeah, and just
I like fun ethics.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Any advice that you would give to people watching who really need that extra push?
Sure. One, just do it, like Nike says, because you really won't figure out if you like or dislike what you think you want to do until you do it. And two, something that's really been helpful for me is to actually not consider myself a girl in something. In comedy especially, there's like a huge emphasis on female comedians and that being a popular thing and us finally getting our due. And I've just never operated my comedy from a point of view that I'm a female doing this. Right. Instead, I'm just a human doing this. Absolutely. And I think sometimes it can be really liberating to think that way as a female in power, but it also can be kind of limiting in a way too. At least for me, it was to think that way. So just, be the best human being that you can be in the universe.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
Yeah, it's much easier said than done.
Sure.
Because as soon as fear happens, it's like fight or flight, and I'm very flight oriented. Very flight oriented.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of human nature, right?
Yeah, totally. So yeah, I would say go for it. Just do it.
So here at Happy Adorning, we are all about adorning.
Yes.
We like to adorn, especially with jewelry.
Yes.
What is your favorite piece of adornment?
I wear this ring that a person near and dear to my heart gave me this after I finished writing my first book. And yeah, so it was like a really special moment of accomplishment, yay. It reminds me of I did something that was really difficult. Yeah. And so keep doing things even when they're difficult.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I love it. Come back, please.
Will do, for sure. For the dogs. Look at this thing.
Oh, and then there's Fig.
Fig with the greatest underbite I've ever seen in a dog.
Show them your underbite. Oh.
Make sure you like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Leave a comment down below. What's the best advice you've ever gotten? Let us know.